Hey everyone, I'm Jack Breen, this is Hybrid Plays, and today I have a very special announcement for you guys. You saw the title, yes, it's true, I'm making my own game. So for the past couple months I've been hard at work on this project, prototyping it, doing a bunch of art, music, and a lot of my time has been taken up by college and work and of course this channel, but all of my spare time has gone into working on this thing and I am really excited to finally be able to share it with you guys. Without further ado, let's take a look. The game is called GigaSword. It's an action puzzle Metroidvania in which you wield a huge sword that weighs you down. The main mechanic is your ability to stick the sword in the ground. By doing so, you become able to jump higher, but you lose your ability to attack. Many of the game's puzzles revolve around using environmental objects to transport the sword around the room to areas you wouldn't have been able to reach if you were holding it. The game takes place in an ancient tower with 6 different areas, 7 if you count the forest tutorial section. Each area has a different theme and focuses on different kinds of puzzles. Along with puzzle solving, there will be plenty of action as well. This tower is crawling with enemies and even a few bosses too. The projected scope of this project is a small-scale Metroidvania that takes maybe around 6 to 8 hours to complete. Something similar to games like Gato Roboto or Shantae Risky's Revenge. I just recently finished the first demo build of the game, so what I want to do now is walk you guys through actual gameplay and show you exactly what's going on. Now, while it probably seems like there's quite a bit here, there's still a lot of work to be done. I unfortunately don't have enemies programmed into the game yet, so this demo is going to focus more on the puzzles, but it'll still give you guys a good idea of how the main mechanic works. Let's jump right in. Okay, so we're in the demo now, and the demo consists of 4 rooms that basically are just meant to show off how the game works. So this first room, there's nothing really in. Pretty simple puzzle, there's a locked door. This is really just meant so that the player can get their bearings. So what can we do? We can jump, we can move, we can attack, and you can also do a charge attack. Now the charge attack actually isn't done. The final version will send out a projectile along the ground, kind of like a spark. So let's go up here, and we're going to get the key. So this room right here pretty much shows the entire point of the main mechanic. So right now there's a door up there, we need to get to it, but with the sword we can't jump high enough. Now if we let go of the sword, we can get up there. He jumps higher and he grabs the ledge. But first of all, we can't leave the sword behind, and second of all, even if we wanted to, we can't get through this door without the sword. So how do you get up here while still holding the sword? That's where this thing comes in. You stick the sword in here, and it transports it upwards. So the whole game is filled with stuff like that. There are a lot of ways to kind of transport the sword around the room so that you can get to separate areas that you normally wouldn't be able to reach. Stick the sword in the door, and we are good to go. This room is introducing swimming and water, and also cranks and moving platforms. So you come in here, and we obviously need to get over to the right. But if we jump in the water, we're not going to be able to do anything because you can't swim. You're holding the sword. Which is why this ladder is here, so we can get back out. What you want to do is, we'll stick the sword in this, come over here, and then we're going to interact with this crank. That'll bring the sword across the water, and then we can just swim, because without the sword, you can swim. Just like that, and we're good to go. So this room right here is the final boss of GigaSword puzzles, or at least right now. So you see this thing right here, and you're probably thinking, oh, I bet if you stick the sword in that, something will happen, and you would be right. This block is going to send the sword downwards. But that was actually the wrong move, because if you come down here, you'll see that we need the sword to be up on that moving platform. That's the only way that we're going to get it up here. So what you want to do is crank this over, stick the sword in here, it falls down onto the platform, we crank this platform over, now we can come up here, and we can put it in this up block. Now that the sword is in that room over there, we can come up here, drop down into here, and use the sword to open that door and get the treasure chest. So what you see here is really just the tip of the iceberg. There are a ton of other interactive objects that you can use the sword with, most of which are programmed and in the game right now. A lot of the work that remains to be done is in things like the enemy AI, the other backgrounds and tile sets, all of the level design, and then pretty much just the bonus stuff like the main menu and the save system. But pretty much all the main mechanics are totally finished, the main character is done, a lot of the music and sound is done, so this is really starting to feel like a real game here. This past Friday was GigaSword's official debut. I attended the 2020 Mass Digi Game Challenge and showed the game off to the public for the very first time. I saw a bunch of friends, made a ton of new ones, and best of all, everyone that played the game seemed to really enjoy it. I had an absolute blast there, and I'm planning on bringing the game to plenty of other live events in the coming months. So, a couple of closing notes. First of all, if you like what you see and you want to follow the development as closely as possible, the best way to do that is to follow me on Twitter if you're not already. I'm also planning on having a devlog on itch.io, and you can find me on Instagram as well. Now, anytime there's major news, like let's say I drop a new trailer or reveal a playable demo, any of those updates will be on here, so if you're subscribed, you'll be the first to see them. Lastly, I just wanted to give you guys a huge thank you. Thank you for watching, thank you for all the amazing comments that you guys write, thank you for showing this channel to your friends, and overall, thank you guys so much for the continued wonderful support and encouragement. We're coming up on the 2-year anniversary of this channel, and in that amount of time, we've hit almost 600 subscribers and we've gotten thousands of views, but most importantly, I've made a bunch of new friends. I've met amazing people and I've played amazing games, and I just have a blast doing this channel. So I just wanted to say thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for all the continued support. Let me know down in the comments how you think GigaSword looks. I can't wait to show you guys more from it. I'm really excited. One last thing, the next actual Hybrid Plays episode is in the works and should be out in about a week or two, depending on how hard I get slammed with homework. But anyway, that's all from me. I love you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.